Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, buckle up because we've got some major updates, and trust me, these could be pivotal for the Steelers' upcoming season. The recent game against the New York Jets was a testament to the resilience and grit of this team. You saw it firsthand, Aaron Rodgers making his debut for the Jets in what was supposed to be a marquee matchup, and the Steelers, as always, came prepared to fight. The game was a back-and-forth battle that kept fans on the edge of their seats from start to finish. We saw some incredible plays, clutch moments, and a defense that, despite some injuries, stood tall when it mattered most. And let's not forget the heroics of Chris Boswell, who knocked down an incredible 60-yard field goal in the final minutes of regulation to seal the deal for Pittsburgh. Now, that's a kick that will be remembered for a long, long time, especially considering how crucial it was for the outcome of an intense game. But as we celebrate that victory, we also need to look ahead. The Steelers are heading into their next challenge, and the injury report just dropped some news that everyone's talking about. Pittsburgh's head coach Mike Tomlin announced that they're going to be shorthanded against the Seattle Seahawks in their upcoming home opener. This isn't just a minor setback, it's a significant challenge. The team will be missing 3 key defensive players: rookie defensive tackle Derek Harmon, safety Deshaun Elliott, and linebacker Malik Harrison, all out due to knee injuries. And that's a tough blow, especially when you consider how crucial the defense has been this season. These injuries are going to test the depth and resilience of the squad, no doubt about it. Now, I know what many of you are thinking. How will the Steelers compensate for these absences? Well, there's some good news on the injury front as well. Coach Tomlin remains optimistic about the status of cornerback Joey Porter Jr. and outside linebacker Nick Herbig, both of whom are battling hamstring issues. The feeling is that they're expected to play this Sunday, and their presence could be a game changer. Porter Jr. especially has been a bright spot in the secondary, showing flashes of the shutdown corner we all hoped he'd become. Herbig, on the other hand, has been a relentless pass rusher and a key part of the linebacker core. His potential return could inject some much-needed energy into the defense, which, as we know, has had its moments of brilliance, but also some vulnerabilities, particularly in the rushing game. This brings us to a critical point. The Seahawks are known for their dynamic offense, especially their rushing attack led by Kenneth Walker. If Pittsburgh's defense is shorthanded, the challenge becomes even tougher. Fans on social media have been reacting fiercely. Some are joking, saying, "Take whoever's running the ball over 150 yards on us this week," highlighting just how much pressure the Steelers' run defense might be under without Harmon, Elliott, and Harrison. Others are more frustrated, questioning the durability and the injury management, with comments like, "It's been like 5-6 weeks for Herbig. WTF, man up," showing the impatience and the high expectations fans have for their players to get healthy and contribute. But amidst all this, there's a sense of hope. The Steelers have shown in recent weeks that when their offense clicks, they can compete with anyone. Kenny Pickett continues to develop, showcasing his ability to make plays under pressure. His connection with wide receivers like George Pickens has been promising, and the offensive line has held up fairly well, giving him the time he needs. If the offense can keep up the momentum and put points on the board, and if the defense can find a way to hold the Seahawks' rushing attack, then Pittsburgh could very well turn this challenge into an opportunity. Remember, this team has a rich history of overcoming injuries and setbacks, always rallying around that never-say-die attitude that has defined the Steelers for decades. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate some of the individual performances that have stood out recently. Kenny Pickett has been showing growth. He's been more decisive in the pocket, making smarter reads, and that's exactly what the Steelers need to see if they want to make a deep playoff run. George Pickens, with his incredible athleticism, continues to be a big play threat, stretching defenses and making contested catches. And let's talk about the defensive front, which, even with some injuries, has been disruptive at times. TJ Watt, as always, has been a game wrecker, showing why he's considered one of the best pass rushers in the league. His leadership on the field is invaluable, especially when the team faces adversity. Looking at the bigger picture, the AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in football this season. The Ravens are flying high, the Bengals are looking dangerous, and now the Steelers are dealing with injuries that could shake things up even further. But if there's one thing Steelers fans know well, it's resilience. This franchise has a storied history of overcoming injuries and setbacks, always finding a way to stay competitive. And with the talent they have, especially if Joey Porter Jr. and Nick Herbig are able to return and contribute, there's no reason to believe they can't keep fighting and stay in the playoff hunt. The coaching staff, led by Mike Tomlin, has always been adept at adjusting to adversity. Whether it's tweaking schemes, giving younger players more reps, or relying on the veteran leadership of guys like Minkah Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt, they know how to get the best out of this roster. And the fan base, as passionate as ever, continues to rally behind this team, believing that this could be the year they finally break that long playoff drought. The energy around Pittsburgh is palpable, and every game seems to carry that extra weight because everyone knows how much is at stake. Now, as we wrap up this update, I want to remind you all that the NFL season is a long, grueling journey, filled with ups and downs. Injuries are part of the game, but the true test of a team's character is how they respond. The Steelers have faced adversity before, and they've always bounced back. This season, with the challenges they're facing, could be no different. The upcoming game against the Seahawks will be a real test. It's a chance for the Steelers to show their resilience, to prove that even with key players out, they can still compete at the highest level. And if they manage to come away with a win, it could be a huge step forward in their quest for postseason success. So, Steelers fans, stay tuned, stay loud, and keep that faith alive. The season is far from over, and with each game, this team continues to write its story. Whether it's the offensive plays, the defensive stops, or those clutch special teams moments like Boswell's incredible kick, every piece counts. And remember, the NFL is unpredictable, which is what makes it so exciting. One week you're on top, the next you're fighting for every yard. But that's the beauty of being a Steelers fan. You know your team never gives up, never backs down, and always fights to the very end. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Thanks for being with us, and as always, let's go Steelers. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.